Hey teachers, my name is Nicole Scott. To give you a little bit of background on my career, I have taught in 3 different states. I taught in Clark County School District, which is the largest school district, fastest growing in the nation. They had built at least 110 new schools since the year 2000. The student enrollment is up to 320,000, if you can believe that. I taught in a Title I at-risk school, Harley Harmon Elementary. Then if I were to contrast that with going from Clark County School District to Wasatch County School District, it was a stark difference of not only interaction with leadership, superintendent. We had a superintendent that would walk into our classrooms randomly. I know that's nerve-wracking because I've had that happen, but we knew him on a first name basis and he knew our families and was very much a part of the teaching process and gave the teachers a voice in the curriculum and how we taught it. And I survived the years of the Common Core, and I also survived the years of No Child Left Behind, and was several times asked to be part of a leadership program to help increase student achievement. Now, there's one thing I know from 18 years of teaching, and if you think about how many years we've put into schooling and the hundreds of hours that we do into professional development, the one big thing that makes the most difference, and you know this from your pedagogy study, that John Hattie put together, the 252 most influential factors for student achievement. Number one, always number one, we've always known this, right, is collective teacher efficacy. Knowing that, and let me give you the definition. It's the staff's shared belief through their collective action that they can make a positive difference on student achievement and outcomes, including those who are underprivileged or disadvantaged. So we know that teachers make a difference. It's number one. It's not only that, it sits at 1.5. If you know the John Hattie scale, you'll know that is a tremendous difference. Think about a transition to a brand new school district. Orem School District would have every intention of paying you an equal salary or more. And I've suggested signing bonuses. And if you are there for 3 consecutive years, you are entitled to an additional stipend. And then again at 5 years. They are very competitive and want to make sure that teachers, because what are we? We're the number one influence in the classroom, that we're paid well. If you're concerned about pension, that's at a government level. That will always stay in place, no matter where you transfer from schools within the state. I've gone back to school when I had little kids. I've done 2 master's degrees, a degree in administration. I sat on the sites committee with Gary Seastrand and Barry Graff as they helped design and create the leadership conference and the literacy conference that they hold biannually. I also think there's some potential in starting new and blazing a new path. And we know, honestly, we know the whole David and Goliath analogy, that it's not the Alpine School District against Orem School District. The big giant is education, is student achievement. How are we going to do that? And we know as a teacher that we can take a little rock, one person, and make a humongous difference. It's not about the size of the rock. It's not about the size of the giant. It's where the rock is placed. It's where you aim that rock. How are you going to put in place those teacher teams in your PLC groups to help student achievement, to focus solely on that, set goals around that. I grew up in a single family home. My mom was a teacher. So this goes back generations. It's not just me blowing hot air. I really do think that if you had a choice, great if you want to stay with Alpine, but don't think for a minute that the Orem citizens don't know how important you are and that we would take care of our people. And so just so that you know that we're listening to teachers. I wish they had more of a voice in this whole thing. And when my gut feeling is when you mix politics and the government together, you get a train wreck. And typically those casualties are the kids. And that's hard to stomach as a teacher. It's hard to watch it. And I know that we're all passionate about it. We didn't get into this career for the money, but we should be paid what we're worth. And it's one of those double-edged swords where it's never gonna be enough because you are invaluable to us. But I do want you just to consider the facts that Orem has every intention and every motivation to obtain and keep great teachers in their classrooms. So just think about that. We know that we are in capable hands when we look around and see the talent that is out there. So think about that for a minute. Just know that Orem City citizens are really interested in what you have to say about the split. We want your voices to be heard. And just know that the more professional you are, the more incentive we have to keep you as a teacher and really give you what you need and what you want. So just know we're behind you.